Hello everyone, welcome back to the Cursing Seamstress. It's been a while since I've done a video, and I think I told you the last time that I got into Netflix, which I don't have, but my daughter does, and she has kindly allowed me to use her Netflix. So just this week, I finished Breaking Bad, and it was wonderful. I have no problem with the way it ended. I just hated that it ended because it was so good, and I look forward to it when I would get home in the evening to give myself permission to relax and do whatever, and that was what I did. So I've now started on the spinoff from that show, which is Better Call Saul, and I watched one episode of that so far. I watched that last night. So I have had a little bit of time to catch up with my YouTube videos, watching them, not making them so much, although I'm here today. I'm on my way out to work in just a little bit. I've not been sewing that much. I don't think I've spoken about this, but I found a place that it's sort of an art consignment shop, and it's in the next county over, so it's a little bit of a drive for me. And it was sort of serendipitous that I stopped in there one day and saw what they had, and it's very well run. They have a board. Maybe I did mention this before. So I sent pictures of my items in, and they accepted some of those, and I've sold one thing so far that I know of. The last thing I did was, the woman who runs it is really motivated. She publishes a newsletter, and in the first and only newsletter that I've gotten, because I just recently joined, she put out a call for a theme for the month of June, which is the Hydrangea. So she's asking all the artists, and I don't consider myself an artist, to make something, create something with the hydrangea in mind. So I digitized an embroidery design of a hydrangea, and the first one was pretty much a failure. The second one was perfect. And so I stitched that out onto a pillow cover and took it in there. So I'll try to insert a picture. It's gone, so I can't show you what it looked like, but I might have a picture on my phone that I can take off and insert in here. And if I can find that, I will do that. So the only other thing that I have made is a little girl's dress. I don't know why I make little girls' dresses. This was $1.25 at a thrift store. It's very cute. It's the pattern is for a dress. Where's the line art? A dress and a jacket and a little pocketbook. I showed you the jacket last time, I think. So I'm still holding on to that. I have not done anything with that. And I don't know if this place will sell little kids' clothing. I'm going to ask. For the dress, there are only 4 pattern pieces. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You see them right across here. But you make it twice because there is a lining. You can embellish it any way you want to. They have one that has bows down the center. It has princess seams, obviously. And then this has ribbon sewn down the center, or I think it's sewn down the center and the princess seams in the front. One has a tie back. I didn't do any embellishing on this. I had this fabric that I bought from a thrift store. I bought a whole pile of fabric for very little money, and this was in there. There wasn't much. As a matter of fact, to cut 2 of the pieces, I had to cut it across the grain rather than with the grain because I didn't have enough fabric, and I don't think you can tell. It doesn't matter with the design here. So it turned out really good. I almost didn't line it because I'm very lazy, but I knew stitching around these armholes, if I was going to use bias binding or anything, it would be a pain to try to get this done. So it kind of made sense to go ahead and do the lining to make it easier on myself. And the lining was not hard at all. I'll show you what it makes for such a neat finish. So it's a cute little swingy dress. It, you know, kind of bows out. There is a zipper in the back. The lining was just white, probably a cotton and poly mix that I use, that I've had or picked up from a thrift store. But I've not hemmed it. I did serge the bottom of the lining and the bottom of the main fabric, but I just have to turn it up. But it looks really neat on the inside, nice and clean. And this is the zipper side, nice and clean. I used a zipper that is the same color as the green right here, so I thought that matched up kind of nice. And the fabric was pretty good. The only thing about this fabric is it's a kind of, it feels a little coarse. I mean, it's not rough on the skin or anything, but it frays kind of easily. So I actually serged all of my seams, even though it's lined and, you know, everything's kind of encased in itself. I did serge the seams and serged the bottom, like I said. So my next task is to hem it, and then it's done. And it's a size 1, by the way, and I didn't tell you that. This is a new look, 6'6", 6'5", and the sizes run from 1/2 to 4. And there are different pattern sheets for the same pieces depending on what size. I think, I can't remember, I think it was a 1 and the 3 maybe were on the pieces that I used, and then maybe the 1/2 and the 4 on the other. I don't know. But because I got this so cheap, I used to worry about cutting into a pattern and once I cut it, not being able to cut any other sizes. But when I buy a pattern at a thrift store, I just cut whatever size, and I don't worry about trying to save the pieces to reconstruct to make a different size. I'm not making it for anybody in particular. So that's it. That's all I have, and thank you very much for watching. I am on my way out, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.